Like a Hellcat.
Hello everybody, this is Lightning Bolt, and we are here today with another video. As you can see, I am in my bed right now. So, I decided I'm going to start making videos again, and don't worry people who watch my mom who does Horse Haven. Yes, she is still doing Horse Haven. I am just a child doing this, or not a child, but a teenager doing this. This is me and my mother share a channel. We share, she does Horse Haven videos, I will do random things on this channel, and I hope you appreciate them. And therefore, like, if people don't play Horse Haven, they can watch me. So please leave a link down in the description, and in the suggested section of my outro, I will leave her videos in the suggested section, and that's how I will support her within the channel, because me and her share a channel. And I will also, don't want to get copyright claims for this video, so I am leaving the person I am watching is somewhere on the screen, probably, maybe like right there somewhere. Just gonna put their name there. I got this idea off of kubscout, so I'm also giving credit to him because I'm getting this idea off of him. I'm watching Wansee's. Let's just show you. So let's get down to the video. So let's see. I can find it right here. I think so. No, I don't want to watch that. Okay, it's this guy, wansee Productions Entertainment, and I'm giving him credit for me videos. Hopefully, I don't get copyright claims, please. I'm innocent, I'm sweet, innocent, I'm only a child, a teenager. But, let's get on with the video. So, let's see. Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna watch this one. So, let's go into it and watch. There was a hanging woman in my window next. Well, cut that after that. There was a hanging woman in the window next to me. Those ads. I went to the ads, not like. Actually, I'm gonna flip it there. Right here? There we go. That's better. Okay, let's watch. There was a hanging woman in the window next to our building.
It happened just a few years ago. When I was hanging out at my cousin's apartment, there was a building in front of the living room window. That night, we were having so much fun and having a fun conversation.
Don't you like it when you have your friends over, there's a creepy person staring through the window next to you? I have never been in that situation, but me and my friend, we were out in the swimming pool, and we felt like someone was watching us, and she lives in a neighborhood, I live in a highway, so I don't have to worry about someone creepily staring through my window while I'm sleeping. But when we were in her pool, she lives in a quaint little house, we were in her pool, and there was, I swear, someone was staring at us. We were just night swimming. Everyone else in the house was asleep, and it was fun, but we felt like someone was staring at us. Well, I'm going to continue with this, so let's watch.
It was 7 p.m. and we noticed that there was an open curtain in the building just a few feet across from our apartment. I got up in my seat just to take a quick look at that window. I was just curious. Then I saw a woman. At first, I couldn't see her face because her hair was blocking it. Then I told this to my cousin. He was shocked about what I said. He told me to get his binoculars. Then he used them to look. Suddenly, he screamed in fear. I asked him why. He said, "What the heck is that?" Then I got the binoculars and then I looked. My heart was pounding so hard. I saw a dead woman. Her neck was bleeding. Her blood was dripping on her yellow dress and her...
Okay, sorry if you guys have nightmares when you wake up, but guess what? I probably am, because it's like, what time is it in Florida, or in America? It's 5:36. So any of you have nightmares when you go to bed, please comment down below, and maybe I can give you some luck that you don't have nightmares, but I've never been in this situation, but my friend sees ghosts, and I get really freaked out when she says she sees something, and of course, I cannot see it, because I don't have that particular vision. So, that is really creepy. And that kind of, I like the animation on this. Wansee Entertainment, if you see this video and leave a comment down below, if you see this, can you tell me who does, if you have like friends who help you with the animations, or if there's one person on Wansee Entertainment. Sorry, I keep saying Productions because I really want to say Productions. Can you tell me tell me if you have like a group of people who help you with this, or it's just one person working on the whole entire entertainment series. Tell me down below. I'm really interested. But I like the animation on this one because I know he has a couple of different animations, and it kind of weird that not all the videos are the same animation. But I can kind of get that because then you're like, oh, this is a better way to animate it. It's a different video. Let's animate it differently. But I kind of like the animation on this one. This person, tell me who this reminds you of. I forgot her name. I think it's a creepy lady with the black hair in front of her face, and she's wearing a white dress, and her skin is pale. I forgot what they call her, but she kind of looks like that.
Body was hanging from the small chandelier. My cousin has military experience, and he got up the courage to go into that room. Before we went into that room, we told the guard what was there. So we had 2 guards following us, and I told the one guard to follow me to our room so he could see what was in that window, and he was shocked too. He was shocked. He radioed to his fellow guard that was with my cousin, and then we followed them to the next building. We also called the cops. When the police arrived, we struggled opening the door. When we got there, we all turned on the lights, and everything in there was all messed up. We opened the bedroom, and we saw the dead body hanging from the chandelier. 2 weeks later, the murderer was caught, and the police gave us a reward for helping to solve a case. However, to this day, I will always remember the horror we experienced.
That's creepy. And first of all, who would do that? Who would do that to a poor innocent lady? Okay, so after that video, my screen is crazy. We're gonna another one. Let's see. We're gonna go down the list, and we're gonna do. Someone was in my apartment. I've never actually been in an apartment. I can't say that because I don't know if my uncle lives in an apartment. I wish we did. I think it was like not an apartment, but it was like a little not a mobile home, but a little house in the neighborhood that you like rent. So I don't know if that's considered an apartment. But let's go on with the video. And try. Hopefully not get something was in my apartment. I like how they have that eye. That's funny.
It's a scary paranormal story that happened to me in my sophomore year in college. It still gives me creeps and scares me to this day. It's a true story. Trust me. As New Year has just begun, I moved into the apartment.
They always say it's a true story. You just have to have that gut in you that says, is this real or not? And I have a feeling they are real. Like the first one is probably real if you try and look up the murder. Because if you look it up and you find it, then it's true. But with these, if they don't have like evidence to it, you just gotta go with your gut to say, is it real or fake? Because you can actually get evidence which proves that it's actually correct. But if you can't, you're kind of on that iffy side where you're just going to have to trust your gut.
It's a 2-bedroom apartment with 2 bathrooms. Me and my housemate got our own rooms. Everything seemed nice and got along great for the first week. I would often wake up to sounds in the middle of the night coming from the kitchen, since my room was the closest to it. I always assumed it was my roommate having a late-night snack. After the second week, he told me that he was actually going to drop the university because he didn't feel so well physically and was kind of homesick.
Okay, so I like it how the people who are scared of things, they always like, oh wait, it's just my uncle or my roommate or someone doing something. Like, the sounds you hear in the back room, it's just my uncle talking and my baby sister playing in my room. So you really have to think, I'm saying this to just make myself feel better, not to make it sound like I'm scared, because I am, but I'm trying to make myself feel better by saying, it's my roommate, just getting a late night snack. But you kind of have to also do the bad side, because what if it wasn't your friend and it was someone stealing your house? You would have to actually think the unpositive side too, otherwise you might be too less aware of what's going on. Then you could wake up and say, oh, I thought it was my friend. I heard it, but I didn't wake up because I thought it was you getting a lit snack. Then your roommate gets mad at you because someone just stole things out of your house. So then you're like, I'm just trying to feel better because I was scared. But anyways, let's continue.
I was sad that he had to go, but I was a little excited thinking that I had the apartment to myself and wouldn't hear his midnight munchies. And that night, I woke up to noise from the kitchen again. I was a bit confused because I was the only one in the apartment. I was alone now. I then went to investigate and found a knife on the floor in the kitchen. I put it back in the drawer and went back to bed thinking it might have fallen from the counter. A few nights passed and I didn't hear a sound, except for this night. I heard some sounds coming from my closet. It was about 3 a.m. and then I just felt...
Never wake up at 3 a.m. unless you hear stuff. Because 3 a.m. people always say it's the devil's hour, which I don't believe because I've woken up 3 a.m. multiple times. But every time I wake up at 3 a.m. in my friend's house who sees ghosts, there's always something scary going on, and it scares the bejesus out of me. So, not really. So, you really have to think, what time is it? And if it's 3 o'clock, and you know, or if you believe in that thing, then I suggest you either look around. If you hear noises, call 911, or if you don't, just try and go back to sleep. But if you feel like someone's there, don't go back to sleep. Act like you're asleep and stay up because you could actually be right and there could actually be someone there. So I'm just saying that, not to scare you guys. But also, again, if you have nightmares, comment down below. I'm a friendly person. I can help you. Leave a like. I know, no one likes them. My little sister attacking. Now let's continue with the video. Also, it's really creepy because he said, I heard noises, I think it's my friend munching, and then the next day, after his friend leaves, he hears it. And it's like, my friend's gone, why am I hearing this? Does that mean that means my friend wasn't the one before making that noise? He was also sleeping? Which scares you. And then you have to think, wait, if my friend didn't get up and get a snack, did he hear the noise, or did he not hear it and I'm just hearing things? That's the most scary part, when you're the only one hearing it, but no one else does.
Coldness around me, and my hair was standing up on my whole body when I woke up to see my closet. Suddenly I saw a dark figure standing next to the closet. It looked like a Dementor from the Harry Potter movies, but it disappeared in a few seconds.
I like that positive thing, like, it's Dementor from Harry Potter, but it's not... I said potty. Potter. Sorry. I do not have an accent, trust me. When I'm speaking fast, because it runs in the family, when we're excited or something, we will talk loud. And then, that's why I'm not talking. I pause it when I talk, because I don't want it going and you guys missing parts of it, and I don't want to miss it, so let's continue.
Seconds. I figured I was having a wild imagination. The next day, I felt tired from all my classes, so when nighttime fell, I knocked out in my bed. That night was the night I would never forget. I remember waking up to some...
When it's a night you can never forget, that's what scares you the most. You can never forget it. Just like people who see ghosts and they get rid of it, they'll still, like, see glimpses of it because they're super scared that it'll show up again. Mimi, shh, please. Mimi's her nickname. Because, Mimi, what did I say about playing in here? Please.
Noise coming from behind me. I woke up and I realized that I couldn't move. All I could move were my eyes. I was laying in bed in fear. My heart started to thump really hard. I felt a cold air behind me as I felt this person coming closer, but I couldn't hear any footsteps. That's when I realized the bed was shaking viciously, but it wasn't because of me. I tried to see at the corner...
Mimi, shh! I can hear that train really well. Stop. sorry, people. I will try and cut that part out. But if I don't ask me. Mimi, can you please stop?
No, I'll play with it out there then.
Thank you.
Of the room, and I saw the dark figure from the other day. This time it had red eyes, like those of the devil. My heart sank when I saw it. Although I wasn't a strong believer in God until that moment, I closed my eyes and started to pray to God to help me. I started to remember my parents and friends. That's when I felt the figure stop. I just kept thinking of everything that made me happy and praying to God to help me. And finally, I felt the dark figure leave the room, retreating back to its corner. After 5 minutes, I was able to move my body. I decided to go sleep at my neighbor's apartment for the night as I ran away as fast as I could run. I eventually moved out of that apartment by the end of the month. And now I'm always wondering if those things are what made my housemate leave. Needless to say, I'm glad I moved out.
So, my brother's been in that situation, but I think he was being a little over dramatic because I have a feeling he was having sleep paralysis because he said he couldn't move. So it could either be sleep paralysis or something actually did happen because he said he didn't believe into God until then, and then when he started thinking about that, it went away. So it might have been a devil's minion. That is possible, but I'm not going to go into that stuff because I am not a political person. I am a child. I'm not going to tell you whether to believe or not. I'm just saying because that's what it said in the video. So, yeah, Mimi, shh. That's what I'm just going to say. This is the third one and the last one. I'm only going to do 3 because my phone can't take the storage. So let's go to my dad's friend lives in a haunted house. I've actually seen this one before on Kubscouts channel. So let's see.
Some of my best ideas come.
Don't shoot the ads.
My name is Sam. It was August of 2001. I was 15 and accompanying my dad to visit his friend's new house. My dad's friend, who we call Rick, just moved into this house a few weeks ago. My dad wanted to visit and ask about renovation and decorating the place, as it was pretty old. Well, I'm English, so that means my country is full of old houses, from like the 1500s. Rick had bought an antique castle thing in a forest. I know, pretty creepy, right? Anyway, we arrived and Rick and his wife invited us in. My dad and Rick soon went out to the garage to discuss what plans were for that room. I was left alone with Georgina, Rick's wife, and their newborn baby, Rick Jr. Georgina asked me to fetch some formula from the kitchen for little Ricky. Being the good 15-year-old boy, I agreed. Even if the house was home to demons. I went into the kitchen and the first thing I noticed was a trap door in the corner. Me being curious, I opened it. A terrible smell.
Never open something at a house you think is haunted. And when you're walking past the picture and you think it stared at you, don't look behind you. I swear. Because if it actually moved, you're just going to freak yourself out more. Which makes it worse. And then you'll be more freaked out and more scared of it. And then you're just going to not want to go down there ever again.
Built the kitchen. It smelled like horse manure mixed with puke. Suddenly, a pale hand with long fingers grabbed me. I swore and started hitting the hand. Another hand grabbed my other hand and tried to drag me down. I shouted for my dad. Suddenly, purple eyes appeared from the darkness of the trap door. They stared at me. My dad rushed in, and the hands disappeared. I had scratches on my arm, and so I ran them under some cold water. My dad asked me what had happened. I said there was some demon guy in the cellar. My dad and Rick grabbed flashlights and searched the basement. Nothing was there. We called the cops who searched the property, and, of course, they found nothing. When I got home, I went straight to my computer. It turns out a man was shot in a hunting accident there, roughly around 1770. But trust me, those hands weren't of a man. Rick still lives there, and over the past 18 years, there have been countless sightings and weird stuff. I just hope whoever or whatever that thing is goes away.
I'm not gonna watch this because this one, I know what the sad is. I'm not gonna do it. But that is the end of the video. And tell me if you can relate to some of these down below. And if you have nightmares, well, hit that like button anyways, because I'm hitting that like button doesn't give me nightmares. So, bye everyone, and have a great day. And don't forget to, guys. So bye everyone, don't forget to hit the lightning ball. Everybody, see you all later, and my name is Lightning Ball.